So good evening, team. We're officially recording our session, and this session is a requirement gathering session from the project sponsor, which is me. So I'm here as your guest. You guys are hosting me to gather requirement from me. So I'm just supporting you with this logistics by recording about the way it's supposed to be. I was supposed to just come here, log in, and wait for you people to talk to me. But I hand over to you guys. Whichever team that raises their hand first will start, meaning that they are ready. Okay. Blessing Uchechukwu. So I'm ready as well.
Good evening, Mr. Charles, and good evening, everyone. Today we are having our requirements gathering, and I'm posing this question to our stakeholder, Mr. Charles, to help us tell us the challenge that he's facing in his social media platform, which is neras.com. What are his objective and the kind of data management and migration that he want to migrate from his current states to the proposed ERP that we recommend. Thank you, sir.
Please break your question down and ask me one after the other so that I know which one I'm answering.
More?
Okay, sir. The first question is, what are your current business challenges?
Okay. The major objective why we want to implement NERA's ERP is because we don't have a centralized system where we manage our resources. Most of our resources at this point are managed manually. So we don't have any standardized application like ERP or CRM that we can use to manage our resources like data, different types of data. We have so many data, financial data, customer data, user, all these data we need to manage very well. We don't have a central system where we are managing all of them. So everything is scattered in either one spreadsheet or the other spreadsheet, and then the platform. So there is no integration. Everything is not coordinated. So we need an ERP to streamline our operation, to improve efficiency, improve data accessibility and accuracy, support business growth, customer satisfaction, and save time. And save
RRECT. Correct.
Okay, so I hope I've responded. If you have other questions.
Okay, yes, sir. I have another question. The next question on the list is, how will you measure the success after this ERP system is implemented?
Yeah, the success factor will be determined by operational efficiency, a situation whereby we reduce the amount of manual effort in order to manage our resources. When I talk about resources or our assets, I'm talking about our data, financial data, customer data, all the different data, employee data, all this data that is being handled manually. We want them to be handled efficiently through an automated system, and looking at reducing the number of manual inputs. Sorry. And again, all the errors, inconsistencies, mistakes due to data, want to reduce the data error, means improve data accuracy. I'm going to remove this person. If you cannot be in a meeting, if you are not matured enough to be in a meeting, I will remove you. I have kids as well. And you never heard my children coming to interrupt me when I'm having a session. So, again, we want a high user satisfaction. Want a situation where our employees will be happy within their unit, working with different, so user adoption of the applications we want to bring in. So, and we want a system that works very well after implementation. We want value for money after the whole implementation. So that is what we see as a success criteria, a situation we are going to be happy after the implementation.
Okay, sir. Okay, you have mentioned that you want the success criteria is dependent on the employees' data, how they are managed, customer data, the ability to reduce data error, and user adoption. How about payment gateways? Are you implementing that? And also a third-party app, will it be accepted on this ERP?
Yeah, we already have our payment gateways integrated in our platform already, so we don't need that.
Okay, those ones are integrated already.
The payment
means these are
we don't. The payment gateways are not integrated in the ERPs. The payment gateway is already integrated in our platform, nearest platform. That's where the customers, if they want to make payments, they are not making payments on the ERP system. They make payments on the platform.
So, okay. Okay. Okay, the next question that I want to ask is, what kind of data would be migrated into that ERP system?
I've already made a mention of financial data, customer data, employee data. So I've said that so many times in this meeting. So that's the data we're talking about. Where ERP, when we have ERP, is going to cover finance. So it's going to cover financial data, and equally CRM. So that is a customer. So we're going to cover customer data, and then if we are into HR modules, that is employee data. So these are various databases that can be managed within the ERP system.
Okay, I was actually coming to that question, but you've knocked that one out. Okay, the other question is, would you like to host this ERP on premises or on cloud base?
The ERP is a cloud-based application. So
Okay.
it's on cloud. So well, it used to be on premise, but it's no longer. Most companies are also the vendors we're looking at is a cloud-based system.
All right, sir. Okay. The next question is, what is a budget for this ERP, sir?
Yeah, the budget will be based on the expected cost of good ERP, which we are looking at an ERP that can help us serve us. We are just starting, so we are looking at a ERP for small and medium enterprise. So it's the duty of the implementation team to look at what is obtainable in the market and let us know budget. So that can be determined based on what is the market demand and supply.
Okay, sir. Okay, the next question is, what are your expectations for user training during and after this implementation?
Of course, I've handled that during the success factor where user adoption. So user adoption means that they are going to be happy using it. So it means that I expect users to be trained very well. Users here are staff that are going to work within the ERP, like the financial, finance department, sales department. These are the people that are going to work, so they are going to be trained. And if they are happy, it means that the user adoption is high. So that is my take on that.
Okay, is there any particular skill gap that you want us to address?
Of course,
within
the skill gap is that is a new application. They have not used it before, so they need to be trained on how to use it. So that is the gap. So if it's something we're using already, they would have, but we are not using it. You are implementing a fresh ERP system. So there is already a gap there. Of course, you should know that.
All right. The last but not the least, would you need an ERP that has backups or data security standard or backups?
Any ERP that doesn't have a security features is not an ERP, because when we talk about financial data,
okay,
no company will want to joke with their financial data. So there should be security shouldn't be a yardstick to measure, because every ERP should have a very good security background because of the sensitivity of data within the ERP system.
Okay. That means have you done all your regulatory and compliance requirements on NERAS?
Regulatory and compliance. Well, NERAS is I don't think that have anything. I don't think that is within the scope of ERP.
Okay.
Yeah, because Like I said, I don't think because Nearest is registered, and I don't know if it's left for you to tell us if we are not compliant, if there's any need for us to get compliant. Yeah. So that is your duty as a business analyst. If there is any other area we feel that we need to be compliant in order to have a good ERP system running, then you advise us. It's not my duty to advise you whether we need compliance to run that or not. That's why you are hired as a BA.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And that's for all for now. My name is Blessing Uchechko from the South Group. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Blessing, for your detailed question. And
thank you, sir.
Thank you to your group. And I'm always available whenever you guys need me. So
okay,
that's a wonderful one, and a round of applause for you.
Thank you. I'm honored.
All right.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. South Group, if you have any other question that is not covered by Blessing's question, I don't want us to start repeating what Blessing have just asked, because we're working on the same system. If you have any other thing we need to cover, so we have to start repeating all over again, it's not going to be good. But I call up on another group. Like I said, if you are raising hand, it means you are representing a group. Toma Iwuchukwu.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So this is Toma Iwuchukwu from the Southeast.
You guys know that when you are having this kind of workshop or a meeting with your stakeholders, your camera should be on.
Yeah, sure, sir. Okay, sir. So this is Toma Iwuchukwu from the Southeast Group. I am here to represent my group and talk to the stakeholder for the requirement gathering. So I'm trying to turn on my camera. So,
who gave you?
So please, sir, I would like to ask, how do you see this ERP system evolving with Nearest over the next 5 to 10 years?
Please, can you repeat your question? See, Uzamako Koli was disturbing us when we are. And Uzamako, if it happen again, I will remove you. You can just put yourself on mute.
Okay, sir. Sorry about that. So I would like to ask, how do you see this ERP evolving with Nearest over the next 5 to 10 years?
The ERP, we need a scalable ERP that can grow over time. As we're growing, we want an ERP that is scalable, that we cannot outgrow in a very short period of time. So that is the answer to that.
Okay, thank you, sir. So I would like to ask again, are there concerns about data accuracy, duplication, or silos currently in Nearest.com?
Of course, that is the main reason, because everything is manual, and when you do manual operation, there is always data poor. Let me use the poor quality data, so it's always there. Have data inconsistencies due to manual handling, and that is one of the main reasons, to reduce this manual data handling. We want a situation data handling will be more automated, and that will increase the data accuracy.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So I would like to ask again, please, sir, what additional features or improvements would you like to see in NERAS in the long term? I mean, long-term goal, additional features or improvements you would like to see.
Is it within the scope we designed?
Of the ERP, exactly.
Features in NERAS in regards to ERP.
Exactly,
ERP has nothing to do with ERP mainly is to manage customer, manage because it's going to involve CRM and it's going to involve so if we're talking about features, we already have marketplace. But you say additional feature. Are you talking about additional feature, or you want me to elaborate on features that NERA has that is related to? So because your question, you say additional features, meaning that features we might want to add, or do you want to understand the features that will have to do with ERP, current features?
Exactly. Current and future features that will have to do with this ERP that we are trying to implement.
Yeah. Current, when we talk about additional, for now, we don't have that much on our roadmap. But currently, we have a marketplace. Marketplace is where people come to buy and sell. All of you know already. And our marketplace is highly modernized these days. Before, the marketplace is that you just go to marketplace and sell your products. But we have modernized our marketplace that once you create a page, you don't need to go to the marketplace again. From your page, you can start selling your product on your page. So your page is your business, is a big business. So it's your office, it's your market. Meaning that anybody who created a page can sell products. So the person can become a vendor. Anybody can be a vendor selling products in NERAS. And anybody can be a customer as long as you are a user in vendor, a user in NERAS, you can buy from NERAS. So that is customer, both customer and vendor data, and equally this covers customer data, vendor data, and the financial data. So you see, this is where a lot of transaction will be going on. So, and if equally in the group, you can form a group can become a mini marketplace in NERAS. So every group you don't need to start, it's customized in such a way that you can start selling products in NERAS immediately from a group. So you can form a group and call it Alaba Market, and you can start selling. You don't need to go and start typing Naira or doing everything. Is a marketplace and is a social media. So everything is marketplace in NERAS. So that is because we are talking about transactions. Transaction, that's where the money will be coming in and going out. And when we talk about transaction finance coming in, which we are going to be managing with this ERP, it's all about transaction. All these transactions, customers, vendors, yeah. So these are the current features that might have a lot to do. If you are talking about video, rail, or all those things have nothing to do with our ERP system. So our ERP is more where business is going on.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for that detailed explanation. Please, I would like to ask further. What are the KPIs for measuring the success of this ERP implementation?
Okay, if you are looking at when Blessing was asking about the success factor, is the same thing. KPI and success factor is the same thing. And I've stated that the success factor or key performance indicators, as you rightly stated, is to improve data accuracy. We want at least some percentage of increase based on what we are now, minimum of like 30% improvement in our data accuracy. We know it's going to be, as we keep on refining our system, it's going to continue to use a continuous improvement. But we want to achieve at least 30% improvement in everything we do. And we want at least 70 to 80% adoption from the users, meaning that the employees that are going to work within this ERP system are going to be happy because they are going to be well trained on how to use the system. So these are some of the KPIs, and yeah.
All right.
Efficiency, improving operational efficiency, all those things. These are key performance indicators we are looking at.
All right, thank you very much, sir. At this juncture, I would like to allow others to participate. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for your magnanimity for allowing others to participate.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chairman, for your detailed interview. Okay, we'll have Mr. John.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. John.
Everyone, I'm representing the Southwest team.
Okay.
And I have quite major questions to ask because some of the questions that they have.
Okay.
And I think that for an ERP implementation to be much successful, the mode of getting the ERP vendor and the mode of implementing it is very important. So my first question is, what modules do you need for the ERP?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The module based on what we have in our marketplace, we have we can see our market, our platform has a lot to do with transaction. And when we talk about transaction, it's all about financial data, sales data. So we're going to need a module for financial, management.
Okay.
So that is finance. And we're equally going to need a module because as we are seeing people selling, people buying, all these vendors, they are our customers. We have different types of customers. They are vendors, they are partners and customers as well. Then we have other customers who are people that are going to be buying from those vendors. They are kind of consumers. They are our customers, both vendors and the consumers. They are all our customers. So we need a CRM system to capture them, so that we will use that to, manage some of these customers, some of these vendors. We need to understand them, know their peculiarities, encourage them, because once they are doing business, they are selling, we are getting our own commission from every sale they make. So we need to have a system to understand them very well, which is CRM system. And those customers buying from them, we need to understand the customer buying pattern and to know what we are going to be recommending for our vendors and things like that. And equally, we are equally going to be selling as well. So we need to understand those customers as well, even if outside vendors. So we need a CRM system. We need finance module. We need CRM module. We are going to be needing HR module as well, because all these activities going on, we need people to work on that. We need employees that will be working within the system. So these are some of the things we need. For now, supply chain module, we might need it in future, but not now, because for now, the vendors, is the duty of the vendors to deliver the products. Once somebody makes an order, you go deliver the product. And the way it happens is that when somebody places order in the platform, the money will go into nearest accounts. So if the vendor delivers, we know when the vendor delivers, we will release the money to the vendor. If the vendor do not deliver, we refund money to their customer.
Yeah.
So with that, so these are the, so we are not going to be needing supply chain, but in future we are looking at a 360 CRM system that will cover even supply chain, meaning that when somebody places order, we should be from our system track the delivery. So it means that we are going to include delivery company in the supply chain. With that, we should be able to go. For now, delivery companies are not within our supply chain. So these are the modules we need for now: finance, CRM, HR.
Okay, sir. So thank you, sir. Since you spoke about the module and you explained that there is need for in the future expansion. So I want to ask, will you prefer a scalable system, in the sense that when there is additional user, additional transaction, will you prefer a scalable system that will automatically add new modules?
Yeah, that's where the scalability comes in, which I think I addressed this question. Sorry, within the first caller that talk about how scalable, because I know so many of these ERP system is pay as you go, and you pay the amount you pay what you need. If you need less, you pay for less. You need more, so that's where the modules come in. Some of them have up to, as like for instance, Dynamics 365. They have so many modules, so many of them. So if we are looking at, it's better to look for a scalable ERP, which I say that as we grow, we find something we grow with. Within the next 10 years, we might stick to one CRM, because if we kind of grow beyond our expectation and we need to migrate from one year because the ERP is no longer scalable to manage our operation, that's another money. And if you have one module, if you have a CRM, an ERP that can scale as we grow, it's going to save up the money of trying to hire group of developers, group of business analysts, group of project managers for a fresh implementation and migration.
Okay, now, so from your explanation, I discovered that I want to ask a question, and it's because for this, for what you want, I want to ask if what type of deployment you want. What I'm trying to say is just that, we have some CRM vendors that some are on cloud solutions and some are on on-premises solution. What I mean by on-premises is just that on where there will be a particular place, let's say nearest.com, there is an office, there will be a deployment of the cloud router on premises. Or you want a deployment that will be on cloud generally?
Okay. I've touched on that question before. We are tech company and we follow the trend. Okay. So following the trend is that most of the companies that are having their applications on premises are migrating onto the cloud, meaning that on-premise is beginning to become obsolete. So meaning that if we acquire on-premise application, even if it's cheaper, we are talking about scalability. It's not going to be long. We are trying to follow others by migrating to the cloud. So why not just move to where things are happening, which is cloud hosting, cloud-based application. So I think the cloud is what is in vogue, and that is what we plan to achieve.
Okay, thank you, sir. My last question. How does the system in your system integrate with other applications? In the sense that how easy does your ERP system will integrate with other applications or hardware?
I can't get the question again. It said integrate, but I didn't hear the whole full of integration.
Okay. System, as in the system that has a system, the main thing about it, how does it integrate with other applications? What I mean is that there are some applications that might not be at the same. What I'm trying to say is that the applications, how does your own application integrate with other applications? Will it accept any other applications doing with probably different programming codes?
Well, our platform, like the main ERPs, most of the applications we want to integrate with at the moment is mainly, if I start listing a lot, there's a lot of integrations, like cloud storage. We have capacity for the cloud storage integration that is designed. So we have capacity for payment gateways. We have every payment gateway capacity to integrate in both PayPal, both Paystack, both Stripe, both Flutterwave, both Resort for different. Nearas is not designed for Nigeria, although we are using it for Nigeria. So we can grow and start challenging Facebook, and all we need to do is change our currency code into dollars, and we are no longer a Nigerian-based social media. So it's highly you have the scalability is there. So these are a lot of integration. And in terms of ERP, why we are looking for ERP, because we don't want a situation whereby we have different applications, like we have CRM application, we have HR application, we have supply chain, and we want to start integrating them into one system. We are looking for ERP where once implemented, it will take away the need for all this integration we are talking about, because they are in one system. And that is the integration we have so far. So there's other integration like video, so many of all these things you see in social medias and the rest of them. There's a lot to do with, third-party application, and all this integration is in place.
All right, thank you, sir. That's all I have now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. John, for your detailed interview. Okay, we have Mr. Ikechukwu on the line. Yeah, good evening.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So many people that have asked questions have touched on most of the questions that I have here. But I believe that there are questions that needed to be specifically directed to head of departments of HR, take for instance, finance head at the course of this requirement. So I wanted to capture one or two. Like this question is meant for the HR, the head of HR. What are the biggest challenges or bottleneck in your current workflow? Are there frequent errors or delays in tasks such as payroll, leave approval, or recruitment? You're on mute, sir.
Being that Nearas is a startup company, we have not officially launched. We are yet to have different departments, but we need application that will cater for those departments, because we are going to have them, but they are not yet created.
In that case, most of the questions I wanted to ask, like they are meant for department heads. Like this one is for the inventory and management, and then. But okay, let me just add this one. It's not like general. How does the CRM, finance, HR, and inventory department interact with each other currently in nearas.com?
Well, the interaction, you can see we are yet to start selling on nearas.com extensively. So if the need for the inventory is not there, but we are going to start very soon. So but the interaction is that we have vendors. Vendors, we need to upload their products, and when they are running out of products, the system will indicate that they are running out of products within the system. So the interaction is we have automation. Our platform is automated. That is, Nearest is automated for vendors to be able to set their system, you know, to know, for instance, if you are selling a shoe and you want your shoe, if you want to be notified when you are running out, you set it that, well, for instance, if you put it that when the shoe is within 5 pieces of shoe remaining, the system will notify you that you are running out of stock. So with that is, you can keep inventory and know when you are running out of stock. So that is the way vendors can manage their inventory in our system. And the most e-commerce application, we are not far from what is obtainable or the best practice. And in terms of finance, is straightforward. Like I said, when somebody pays, when the money goes into our escrow account, the vendors cannot access the money until they deliver. Once they deliver, they make requests and we pay them their money.
Okay. That will be all for now. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you, IJ. Okay, we have Adolu Adebayo.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. I'm representing the Northern Group.
Okay.
Okay, sir. But thank you, sir. Virtually all the questions that we have has been answered. So I only have 3 left, which I believe will definitely help us out. Sir, the ERP.
You see, all your colleagues, they put their camera. So if I let you, it will be
okay. Sir, I'm very sorry, sir. I don't have access to power supply where I am at the moment. That is why.
Okay,
I'm very sorry, sir.
I just have to observe that so that.
Okay, sir.
Carry on.
Okay, sir. So, sir, my first question: what is the report strength of the ERP system? Will the ERP system, will it be integrated with Power BI, for instance?
Yeah, most of the ERP system have dashboard where you can monitor what's going on, and equally most of them have the capacity for integration with something like Power BI, so that people from maybe the executives can see what is going on from various units. So the integration, a very good ERP should have integration capacity with application like Power BI, because I've used it so many times. I've used it where most of the applications we use, both CRM, ERP, all of them, they have the capacity for integration with Power BI, so that you can see it. But even if you don't have the integration with Power BI, you can equally see activities from their inbuilt dashboard.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So if we are looking for one for us, this is the kind of thing we are looking for. Anyone that is of less of a reporting might be difficult because yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, my second question: what goals are to be met for the testing and quality assurance phase of the project?
Goals.
Yes, sir.
Well, the main thing, what I want is if you look at the performance indicator, that is the main key thing we are looking at. We've seen our objective. If you look at our objectives, you look at our deliverables, what we want to deliver, like models and this thing. So it's not me to determine, it's your duty as a BA to determine how we are going to test to make sure that we achieve all this. It's not me that's going to tell you how we are going to do the testing. I'm not a BA. I don't know, and I'm not a quality assurance person. So it's the project team, their duty to do that, not me.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And so lastly, how will the training for staffs, how will it be delivered? Is it going to be like are we going to organize workshop for them? Is it going to be online tutorial? Is it going to, are we going to make use of documentation and we just want to know how will the training be?
Well, the business analyst, the project manager, the project team are going to determine that how it's going to be happening. You look at what is on ground, and then you determine what you are going to do based on what is on ground. You know, if we have the capacity for on-premise training, then you organize on-premise training. If we have capacity for online training, then you organize online training. So, but the main thing is that there should be training for staff. So, but it's not the duty of the project sponsor to tell people how they are going to be trained. So what the duty of the project sponsor is to tell you what they want to achieve. And what we want to achieve is that our staff are going to be trained. So looking at what is available, resources available, if we have mega resources, you can even fly them to US for mega training, you know. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That will be all for now, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you, Adebayo. Okay. We have Onyime Ekpanyong. Okay, seems Onyime is not here. We have Chukura Chuku.
Okay, sir. Good evening.
Onyime, I can see Onyime, your video is on. You are raising. Are you not seeing it? Because everybody can see you. Okay, Chukura Chuku, you can carry on.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
My name is I am representing the
coming up. Am I coming up now? Or
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, team. Good evening, sir, for this opportunity to have this requirement gathering. So I have a few questions to ask. We actually have some questions, but we had to remove some of those questions we felt that have been answered. So one of the questions is okay, what rules and access level should be defined in the system with regards to the ERP?
Okay. Well, the access control will be determined by the level of data consumption every employee need. For instance, employee that is working with financial data should have access to only financial data. And for instance, employees like sales rep that are mainly interacting with customers or lead, I don't think they should have extensive access to financial data.
Okay, yeah.
So that is it. So it's going to be the business analysts will look at it detail to see what everybody need, how they need, what kind of data they are like. For instance, we have sales department or marketing department. So there should be data control, or so what we call access control. So this access control will be determined by the maybe business analyst and this platform administrator. So the platform administrator should be in charge of this access control, but the BAs should work around with whoever is that to make sure that there is good access control.
Okay.
You know? So, and to that effect, equally during the configuration, there's data that should be view data only. Even if they have access to the data, it's only view. They can't delete, and they cannot modify. So all the financial data cannot be deleted and it cannot be modified. You know, even if it's modified, you cannot delete the record. You only see when it's, for instance, there is a mistake and there is correction. It will see when the correction was made and when what was corrected into. So you have a log, data history, not that because it's a mistake you delete it and nobody would know why it's or if it's modified, why it's modified. So we should be conscious of that kind, because that's where fraud can come in from. But you know, so I think a good BA should know what to do around that level. Yeah, with whoever is in charge of that unit.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, from what you have said, that means there'll be specific user permission.
Yes, user control, user access control.
Okay. Next question said, what are your expectations regarding system performance and downtime?
Of course, expectation that should be defined within the ITSM unit, where because that means IT support. You know, IT support should be able to define what we call service level agreement.
Yeah, SLA.
Service level agreement determines the amount of time it's going to take for every incident or crisis based on impact and urgency. So they should be able to determine that in order to, that is going forward anyway. That is not based on implementation, because for me, I think on implementation, that is out of scope. But that is on how to run the application while the application is already implemented. So that is out of scope on our implementation. So that is on system running, system operation and maintenance. So,
okay, thank you very much. My next question is, what is your preferred hardware or IT infrastructure setup?
yeah, I think I've addressed that question.
Okay.
So we already said we are not going to be having on premise. It's going to be on cloud.
Cloud, okay.
I've been on cloud when we are using a vendor software as a service. So we're not going to be bothering ourselves much with like all the, because whoever is going to be our vendor, we're going to get looking at a vendor that we have a reputation for support if we need their support.
Thank you very much. Next question is, do you have a preferred ERP vendor or a platform in mind?
Well, if I have that, you shouldn't be here. You know. So if I have somebody, all I need to do is to call them and arrange for them to come and implement a system for us. But due to the fact that we are not expert in this, we're employing consultants like you to come and help us get the best out of the meager resources we have.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any internal resources available for ERP maintenance and management?
Internal resources, IT, like I said, should be ITSM unit. We have, we should have that in place. Like most of the departments are within the, we are still setting them up. So, and that's why we want some of this application. We are beginning to implement all this application. Once that, we should be able to start creating different departments to manage all this operation. But for now, you can see we are still starting operation. But going forward, we are going to have IT support unit.
Okay.
To look after all our applications. We call it IT assets. All this our assets is going to be managed by a dedicated IT service management unit.
Thank you very, very much. My next question is with respect to change management. You talked about scalability of the ERP. So I want to find out if there are any change management process in place with respect to the ERP platform.
Well, like we said, change management. When you talk about change management, we are talking about user adoption, talking about resistance to change.
Yeah.
But in terms of change management, we believe the project team should have a plan on how to sensitize our existing workers on how this is going to help them to do their work. And that will help in user adoption and reduce the amount of resistance to change.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, you made mention of existing workers. So we want to find out what is Nera.com staff strength?
Well, the staff strength is we have up to 10 workers at the moment as permanent workers, and we have a lot of ad hoc workers, which is all of you.
Okay, thank you very much. Then my next question is, what specific functionalities or features are critical for each department? And you talked about different units and with respect to access level for different
well, you are repeating because we already identify areas of operation like finance, where we're needing a finance model. With I think when I was talking with John, we talk about customer CRM, where because we have customers, both vendors and the end users or consumers, they are all customers, so we need CRM, and we locally talk about staff, which is going to be managed within the HR, so we need HR model. So these are the areas we are going to be, I think we've spoken about that before. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that will be all for now.
All right.
If there are any other things, I'll bring it up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chukura.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Okay. We have AWSNDO, and yeah. SNDO, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Mr. Charles.
Okay.
Good evening. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
So,
we are waiting for you.
Yeah, so these are Ayachi Zendo for representing the outside Nigeria group.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of the questions have actually been captured, and I want to thank you very much for the response that you have provided so far. But I'll try as much as possible to pick out some of the questions that I feel that have not been answered. Okay, so the first on the list is, how would Nera's ERP be licensed? Is it going to be as per user or module? And alongside with that very question, will it be a one-time expense paid or annual subscription? That is, if there are considerations that this particular platform will be, marketed outside of Nera's use. I don't know if there's any consideration for that.
Like I said, in today's market, based on my little knowledge of what is obtainable in the market, everything these days is pay as you go. So when a good ERP is implemented very well, you can always increase your user base or downsize your user base. It's not going to affect the application in any way, So the main thing is at the moment we're looking at the basic use we are going to, which is finance, all this and that, and whatever we're going to subscribe is going to be based on our current need. So if we need more, we subscribe more. If we need less, we subscribe less. So, and the business analysts, they need to do the extensive work to determine like I said, somebody asked about budget already, which I said that all these things will determine the budget for it. So what we need will determine the immediate need. And as we are growing, we can always increase our budget on that. If we hire, for instance, up to 10 accountants tomorrow, based on, it's not going to decrease the quality, or all we need is just increase our expenditure to give them access to the application. So that's the way I believe it should work. So it's a bit flexible based on with others why we don't have budget yet.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Also, the second question from us is, which of the top or say leading ERP, because we know you are this project sponsor, and we know that you have something in mind. You are looking at in developing this particular ERP. So the question is, which of the top or leading ERP would you like to model the nearest ERP to?
Yeah, the answer to your question is that ERP is like an underwear. So you see Facebook as Facebook is today. Do you know the kind of ERP they are using? Nobody knows. So it's an internal application that nobody knows. So the kind of ERP you are using does not show your capacity. So that's why it's left for you to determine what you need within your budget. So here, the main goal is we are not looking at brand. We are looking at capacity. So you have to, for instance, if I tell you I'm looking for IBM, I'm looking for an Oracle product, or if I'm looking for SAP product, okay, I know that SAP is a very good ERP, but it's very costly and very complex. So these are, if we get that kind of ERP, do we have the kind of staff strength to understand the complexity of SAP products? So we are looking at, if that's why you are a business analyst, you need to put a lot of things into consideration. And then after looking at you're like a medical doctor. So you come and start asking me, what kind of drug do I think it should be good for me? You don't ask me. You have to diagnose us, understand our need, and then suggest or recommend ERP solution based on what you find out in nearest. So I don't have any vendor in mind. So I'm looking at your recommendation as a consultant.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Okay, I don't know if this has actually been captured. I'm just trying to say, are there any third-party integration that will be required in this in the development of this ERP, or as the time progresses? Do you think there will be any third-party integration that we will need for this ERP?
There's most of these good ERPs, they have what we call connectors. So they have a default integration pattern that whatever you want integration, it should be easy for you to integrate if you have the need. So we should have an ERP that is easier for integration, and that's why so many companies go for Microsoft solutions. I'm talking to this outside this I'm saying this outside this interview because I shouldn't be telling you this. So most companies go for a Microsoft solution because they can be integrated with any kind of other third-party application. That's why they are very popular. And you see so many of all these younger, new generation SAP software as a platform that are coming up. It's very difficult to integrate most of them. You have to pay through pay a lot before you can see the developers that have the capacity to develop custom code to carry out integration. So, but all this, like I said, Microsoft Corporation, most of the application is you can integrate it. All you need is just good developers. They know what to do because they always it's made so easy for integration with any application. So if we have something like that, we're not going to be cracking our head about integration.
Okay, that's fine. And lastly, from us, what do you think to you would be the key performance indicator that will be used to measure, the success of this project?
Okay, like I've made a mention of that. Data accuracy, we should be able to have high rates of data accuracy, being that we are no longer going to be handling our data manually, and user adoption. Our staff should be happy to use the system after the implementation, and the overall improvement of operational efficiency. The amount of time we spend doing some chores should be reduced, because most of all those things we do manually will be taken over by automations.
Okay, that's fine. All right, thank you, Mr. Charles. That's it from me. I mean, my other team members would also come up with other questions as we progress. Thank you.
I think I can only capture from one person because of time.
Okay.
So if I talk to Karimo jargon, I think we should be enemy. I don't know if we are team, if we have captured from anybody from your team, there is no need because we don't have time. So I will only talk to Karimo because of time. So,
you haven't spoken to anyone from my team yet. You haven't spoken to anyone from my team yet.
Okay, Karimot, we've spoken to Karimot. You are from where? From Lagos?
Yes, I've actually spoken to someone from my team, but I just have some questions.
I've spoken to IK. So we have to speak to people that will not capture for them at all. So I think with that, we'll talk to So we'll talk to Yenemi, and Yenemi, if you have to do a repetition, there's no need for that. You don't repeat any question anybody have asked, so you can carry on. Okay, we'll have 5 minutes to end this session, and I think we've addressed everything we need to address. So I'm waiting for
Sorry,
you.
I was speaking.
Okay, Blessing, we are not talking to you again. There's no need of raising hand, because you've already spoken.
So I was asking, sir, I said, what specific financial reports or insights do you wish you had better access to?
What do you mean financial reports?
That's concerning things that come up, financial reports that you wish you had insights or better access to help you take decisions.
We want there's no better financial report. Financial report, everything about financials should be captured very well. There's no better way of we want the best to handle. We want to handle our financial operation the best way we can. There is no better way, or which one is more important. So that if we are looking for something for us, yeah, something like that.
Okay. Are there any specific challenges or pain points you want the ERP to address that have not been covered?
No, I've captured everything. I've told you guys what we need throughout the interview session. Yeah.
Okay. And what would a successful ERP implementation look like from your own perspective?
I've already captured that. I've already talked about, we've used so many names, KPI, we've used success factor, and well, I don't, like I said, if you know you don't have any question that is not repeated, I didn't expect you to start asking me these questions, because I've covered it almost 3 times. So,
okay. Which one more?
Okay.
Do you require integration with external payroll providers or tax authorities?
Of course, we've spoken about integration, so we need a system that is integratable. I will equally talk about it with the last speaker, how Microsoft corporations are very good for integration. Of course, every ERP there should be need for integration, and we already integrated so many payment gateways in our system, so there is need for integration. So you should be able to address that as a BA. So you know that you should know the areas that should need integration better than even me, as I hire you as a consultant. You should be advising me where we should carry out integration.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. Enemy, thank you. And I think we've captured everything we need to capture. And if there is anything we have not captured at this moment, requirement gathering is a continuous process. It doesn't end in one day. If over the time you think there is need for clarification, more clarification, like I said, I'm always here, I'm not running away. So yeah, I think we can end it here, because I feel every group has been represented, and they've received a bit. So if you have more questions, keep putting it together. When it accumulates for us to have another session, I'll make myself available. So thank you. And this is a very detailed and well-organized requirement gathering session. Like so many of you that are asking some random question, which I said, it's not that the main purpose of this is for you to have experience of a requirement gathering session. You know, you don't say that you hear it or you don't feel it. You have heard it, you have participated, and like I said, it's a continuous process. So thank you, and I wish you the success you need in this project, because this is a very high-profile project. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, everyone. I'll have to leave.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, and have a good night.
You too. Thank you. I will.
Thank you, sir.
I will try as much. I know you guys are taking record, but I have a lot on my table from this night, a lot of video that's not been uploaded. I'm trying to upload it so that before we can now finish uploading them. So if you are needing to start to rewatch this in order to do your documentation, I'll try to, but while this thing is going on, I expect you to be, writing, making notes as well. Or if you need the video in order to watch again and write notes, but documentation is the next thing after requirement gathering.
Documentation.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night, sir.
Sorry.
Good night, sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you, sir. Good night.